Now, before dismantling the unit, before dismantling the evaporator, uh, you should take picture of the position uh, of every portion which you dismantle. So, for example, here this is the controller, the control unit of the air condition. So there are wires here. So one, two, three, four. So how can you return this wire correctly without marking? So you put marking before you dismantle this wire. So dismantle the ground and these wires, so put marking. So of course, before you, as a warning, before you remove any wire, be sure to switch off the power supply first. That is uh, standard procedure. You have to remove first the power supply uh, to avoid electric shock. So here also, if you dismantle something, so you take picture. Now, as you can see, so for me, I put every wire with marking with electrical tape. So number one is one marking, number two, two marking, number three, three marking, and number four is four marking. So something like that. It is your way, or it is a way that you can remember the correct position of the wire when you are installing back. So here, so as you can see, I remove already the evaporator from the wall. So here you have to remove uh, the ground wire, and you have to remove also the sensor. So this sensor is superheat used for sensing the superheat of the refrigerant inside in the coil. So these are your coil. So this measure superheat. So you have to remove the sensor and the ground wire. So this is the card of your control unit in the evaporator. So be sure not to. So I have experience with this with another system, but also electronic card. This is very sensitive, so do not forget to uh, switch off the power before you dismantle this one, because I have experience before. I was working before in the ship, and the ship was rolling too much, and I was working with the same electronic board. I forgot to switch off the power. When my screwdriver touched a little bit here, all of this was uh, creating a flame. So all of here was flaming. So it is too dangerous to touch the electronic uh, component when the power is uh, when you forget to switch off the power. So it's too dangerous. So in the evaporator, you only remove this wire, this connector with this wire. This is connected to the motor, blower motor of the evaporator, and you have to remove this one uh, this connector. This is going to the motor of the swing of there's a flaps in front of the evaporator, so that makes the air swing. So this is the supply, so just remove this one, and uh, you have no there's no other part here to disconnect except this power supply connector to the blower motor and power supply connector to the flaps motor for the swing of the gear. So this is the one. So all of this sensor, ground, this one power supply connector, this one. So it is advisable that you have to take picture. So the same as I did here. So I took a picture uh, in order for me to remember where to connect this connector when I reassemble the unit. So in every repair, it is advisable to do that. As well as here, so I also took a picture. This one, this one. So by the way, connector, wire connector, you should wrap with plastic because it can be uh, absorbed by the water, or accidentally you when you are putting this evaporator into the water, and this one accidentally uh, also uh, contact with the water, and then you have problem when there is moisture inside and you switch on after assembling. So just to protect the connector terminal, you have to wrap with plastic. So same as this, wrap with plastic. You can see I wrap with plastic the connector terminal. So as you observe here, in every section, before I dismantle, I took a picture because this is my reference when I reassemble the unit. Probably I assemble in a wrong direction, so there's a problem. So in order for you to remember very carefully the position which you before you dismantle, so when you reassemble, you can uh, assemble the same as before you dismantle the unit. You can see, I took a picture of this one, remove ground and the sensor. Same also that one, before I remove, I took a picture. So every portion uh, of the component that you will remove, you have to take picture. Same as that. So I already show you one technique uh, uh, to put any marking, and to put any and to take a picture before dismantling the unit, so that you can remember carefully when you are reassembling.